starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1.
They start the drive with Cook.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. This defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On second down, it's Cook again.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Cousins now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
On the Jets sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook, able to avoid him at the 40. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. he's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Cook diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing his Allen on 3rd. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bills at 3 and 5, 2 games under 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen, and the Vikings are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. On 2nd and 9. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have a Bills first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Cook. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Cook again.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On second and goal, Allen. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Singletary. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good. So the long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Running the jet sweep, this is Thielen with it. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On play action, Cousins.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Cousins to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Cook following the penalty. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it.
Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. Joseph's got it, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game's
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Cousins now from the 50. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 22. Cousins gives way to Cook. Down to about the 22 here. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 yards on the pickup there, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To the air, Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up fourth down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. He's got the first down and more than that. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Again, it's Cook. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Cook up the gut. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Johnny Mundt, a 9-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Allen now looks to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Allen.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go on. Go ahead.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete.
Finding space at the 40.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Allen going to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A give. This is Cook. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. 44 yards. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because As you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Boy, 194 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try the middle with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd and 10, Allen flushed out right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On 2nd down, Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw for both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Minnesota, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week.